Hi guys, BoylerRoom here. So today the update 2.4.1 dropped, which you can see just here, and that update brought the heroic mode or hard raid for the Wrath of the Machine, and also a bunch of other changes which I have already outlined in a previous video, which I've linked in the description below. Now, I did try and do some of this video earlier, but for some bizarre reason the recording didn't work. So what I want to go through with you quickly is just a quick reminder that engrams now have all been given a boost. So rare engrams now decrypt up to 365, legendaries decrypt up to 385, and exotics will decrypt up to 400. Now earlier I came in and I had legendary engrams for my gauntlets, my chest, my legs. You can see I've still got an exotic engram there, and my class item, which I haven't looked at yet. So you'll see just here an exotic, a legendary engram was decrypting at 365. I'm 387 light level, so you can see here that has decrypted at 385. I also got, with my gauntlet engram, which you can't see here, an artifact which decrypted also at 385. The other items decrypted at 385 as well. Now, faction packages will drop up to 390, so if you have a faction package, you can now get gear up to 390, and your other stuff will decrypt at a slightly higher level. Archon's Forge was dropping armor, except for the class item, up to 365. The class item was at 385 or higher, with the kind of glitch, if you like, that was allowing people to get items to drop as high as 389. Archon's Forge will now drop armor at 385, and will also drop the Ghost and the Artifact, which it wasn't dropping before, at up to 400 light level. Ghosts are also able to drop up to 400 from your faction packages, and they are now dropping more frequently. So faction packages are an excellent way to rank up. So is Archon's Forge if you're not already 385 or above, and if you're looking for a ghost or an artifact, Archon's Forge is probably a good place to farm. I've got another artifact video up on how to get highlight level artifacts already. I don't know if the rare artifacts that we were seeing dropping as high as 385 are dropping as high as 400 now from the heroic strike chests, but what I can tell you is if you're not 385, heroic strikes are also able to give you artifacts, rare artifacts, up to 385 that might have been increased to 400.
No idea what.
I have this exotic engram here. I don't know that I want to decrypt that one yet because exotic boots are not required at this stage. What I need is a helmet and gauntlets to get me up over 387. So I'll leave that one there for the moment. I do have faction packages that I need to check, but let's go and have a look in the Postmaster, because I know I have a lot of stuff in here. But with this update 2.4.1, everyone has been granted 15 silver dust. So the 15 silver dust that you can get there, I believe, is account wide, so if you get it on one character it won't be available on other characters. And silver dust can now be used to purchase boosters, reputation boosters. So you can see here you can buy it with silver, or you can now spend 5 silver dust and get 3 of the same there.
Doing good work.
There's a new kiosk available down by Eva Levante. The holiday items that were around for Festival of the Lost last year, which I unfortunately missed, is just here on the left over near where Zer spawns by that Gigantor door. And you can see here that if you have them already, you can actually pick these items up. So if you've got them from last year's Festival of the Lost or from Eva Levante, you can pick them up from this holiday collection kiosk. Unfortunately, there are some things that I understand have been taken out of that kiosk. Some of those items include the flimsy masks, the gifts of the lost, fruit motes, glimmer chew, salty engrams, sour engrams, those sorts of things. paper scraps, crumpled masks, and rare quality sparrow horns that we got from SRL. We can't get any of those things. Paper glue, if you still have that from last year's Festival of the Lost, you can now dismantle or shard into 1 silver dust as well. Now, emblems have been split slightly, so Crucible emblems have now been split into Crucible, which is just Iron Banner, and Trials of Osiris. So there's your Trials and your Crucible emblems there. And shaders, the Collector's Edition shaders have been added to the shader kiosk. You can see Surfbreaker there, which is the only one. And also we've got the Moments of Triumph, emblems there. But I'm not sure why things like Nebula Glow and what was the other one? Burnt something. Anyway, why they're not showing, I'm not sure why, because you can see I've clearly got Nebula Glow, but it does not show in this part of the kiosk. And quickly we'll just run back over and have a quick look at the exotics. The exotic kiosk is now giving you the Rise of Iron exotics, Astrocyte Verse, Ophidium Aspect, and Thagamizers, which obviously as a hunter I can't get any of those because they are Warlock helmets, gauntlets, and Titan gauntlets. But they are now available even if you don't have Rise of Iron, whereas previously you needed Rise of Iron to get those. And the Frosties, which I do actually have on me here, have been fixed slightly. There was a bug where this rapid cooldown perk was not actually working properly. That has been fixed in this 2.4.1 update. And finally, you may notice or may have noticed that the Rise of Iron record book was not registering strikes completed if you were completing heroic Siva Crisis strikes. That has been fixed, so you can see here I've actually only completed 7 Siva Crisis strikes, the standard 320 strike. We are now able to complete heroic strikes and they will count towards the record book. So I've only got this node here and a life exotic to complete, other than the 2 hard raid nodes in the Wrath of the Machine section of the book, and then I've completed the book in its entirety, you can see there. But now I can do the heroic strikes and actually have that count towards the book. So that's been corrected. I do have the Thorn Bounty for those of you wondering whether I've got it. I just haven't been able to finish it yet, not because I can't, but because I've been too lazy working on other characters and other things. I have it on my Titan and I spend most of my time on my Hunter. If you've got something out of this video, please give it the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Let your friends know about it. You can also follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Twitch. My Xbox One username is my handle, BoylerRoom81. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
Checking.